Welcome back to another edition of Hamtainment. As always, I'm your boy Hamid Mark, and today we'll be doing a spoiler review on She-Hulk Episode 4. But before we get to that, please like and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell for notifications for every time I upload a video. Now, let's get to the review. Now again, this is a spoiler review for She-Hulk Episode 4. So if you haven't seen Episode 4 of She-Hulk, leave now.
I need to make an example of Donnie Blaze.
No judge is going to take this seriously unless we do things by the book.
Book of Ashanti.
So, episode 4 of the She-Hulk is quite charming. I've come to expect with this show that not to expect any through lines or like major villains. This is more like a serial show back in the day where week to week we have these fun city little adventures with our hero. This case being Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk. And this episode was more of the same in that vein where basically there's two things kind of happening. One is Jennifer Walters trying to balance her work and dating life relationship, and also we have to deal with this sorcerer called Donnie Blaze, who was a former student of the mystic arts. From basically he has to stop using the magic that he's learned from, I think he's been in there for like a week, from the same places where Doctor Strange and Wong learned their magic. So obviously, Donnie Blaze, he's doing his little parlor magic tricks. But then everyone seems to be bored because obviously in this world, you have superheroes, gods, magicians flying around doing amazing things. So little magic tricks aren't going to amuse the audience. So he pulls out the classic, the ring that the sorcerers use to like help them open portals and stuff like that. So he opens a portal with, honestly, one of the stars of the show, just a side character named Madison. Very charming, very dumb, but funny character in this show. And basically, she is the catalyst for the whole episode going through in this storyline where she drops in while Wong, I think he's watching The Sopranos. He's about to watch one of the episodes, and the girl spoils what happened in the episode for him, and then he knows that Donnie Blaze, the cut-rate magician, sent her through on accident to his house, and now he wants to basically stop this guy from using magic, not only because it can harm people, but the way Wong puts it, can destroy the fabric of the universe. Maybe a little extreme, but I get where he's coming from. And of course, Jennifer Walters, she's trying to not only balance her work relationship with herself and the alter ego of She-Hulk, but also her dating life. She signs up for something along the lines of like a Tinder or a Bumble, and she realizes she's not getting any hits, so she turns into She-Hulk, and she gets many hits and goes on many very bad dates. But I thought they were all very amusing, where they were basically just kind of asking her questions about what's it like to be the She-Hulk, and variations of like, wow, cool, you're a superhero, until she meets this like one doctor guy who I guess he's alright because he seems very interested, but as we see at the end of the episode, he really only liked She-Hulk. He didn't actually like Jennifer Walters, which kind of sucks. But going back to the whole Donnie Blaze storyline, Wong is basically trying to make him not use magic anymore because he could actually hurt people. So he hires She-Hulk to be his attorney, but you can't really copyright magic. Like that's not how it really works. You can't copyright magic, especially the mystic arts. So their basically angle was to tell the judge that he could hurt people, but again, it's very hard to copyright magic. You can't copyright magic. So Donnie Blaze, keeps doing what he's doing. He ends up creating like these little demon babies, and he opens a portal to, I don't know, it looks like hell. I don't know. The demons start flying through, and of course Wong had to come by and interrupt one of Jen Walters' dates so he could stop this mini threat of demons flying around this magic show, which I thought was hilarious. The CGI also for She-Hulk I thought was a lot better this episode, but that's probably because there were a bunch of other CGI demon, I don't even know what you call it, demon baby chicklings going around. I thought the whole scene was funny. Huang is pretty good in this episode. He's hilarious. Just to see, like, kind of what he's doing in his day-to-day life. He's watching Sopranos, This Is Us. Like, who knows what else is Wong's doing on his off time in between, life, galaxy, timeline destruction, in between the movies. So I thought that was pretty funny. Also, at the end, Jennifer Walters is served papers from Titania, the woman that burst into the scene of her courtroom, her first episode, and she basically served her a cease and desist of using the She-Hulk name. Now you're probably wondering, what the heck? She-Hulk is her name. How could she copyright the She-Hulk? And I like this part because it's a little play on what happened between Marvel and I think it was CBS back in the day when they did the original Hulk TV show and they introduced She-Hulk in that TV show. She-Hulk was actually not a Marvel character at first. It was a character developed by CBS for the show, and before CBS had ideas to make a She-Hulk show that would officially make the characters theirs, Marvel drew and issued out a comic book so that way they would have the trademarks for the She-Hulk first. So I thought that was a pretty funny play on the little history of the She-Hulk name. So I guess Titania will be like not the main villain, but part of like this mini arc of this is her biggest threat. But I thought that was pretty funny that she got served up a cease and desist from Titania Inc. To stop using She-Hulk because she trademarked the name. So I thought that was pretty funny. Nothing really went down in this episode. Nothing too major, at least not yet. Most people would probably call this a filler episode. I don't think it's a filler episode. It's just like a serial adventure with Jennifer Walters week to week. I don't think there's anything going to be too deep to look forward to. So I went into that with that mindset, and I quite enjoyed this episode. I'd probably give this episode a strong 7 out of 10. Obviously, you know, because Marvel has that connectivity that everyone wants to see, so you kind of want to see a little bit more that's happening in She-Hulk, but again, they're churning out a lot of these shows, so some shows are going to just be like an adventure of the week type of deal, and I'm okay with that, because, you know, there's a lot of great TV out there, so it's very good to have this kind of very chill TV show from Marvel. Of course, like and subscribe to my channel for more reviews on the She-Hulk. You know, we're doing great things over here. I just figured out how to make shorts, so we're making a lot of shorts. I did edit a video for Star Wars Galaxy Edge over at the D4 channel that I run with my other half, Daniel Edwards. So please check that out. But of course, I am your boy Hamid Mark, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.